Welcome to the Disney Hour Express podcast. I'm Abbie.
And I'm Rob. We are two hopelessly romantic Disney enthusiasts.
Sharing fun stories, secret tips, and family travel experiences.
If you are a Disney newbie, or maybe a season pass holder, we hope you find this information helpful.
We turned our love of Disney into a unique boutique travel agency that books Disney and Universal vacations.
We've got a lot of stories, so cozy on up, choose your favorite drink,
whether that be a cocktail or a hot chocolate,
and enjoy the Disney Hour Express.
Hey, Oceaneers. Welcome back to the Disney Hour Express, episode 144. We had a fabulous 626, and I hope you did too, but enough of that. We are going back into the ocean this week with our final episode about the Disney Destiny and our first family cruise. What was the good, the bad, the things we do differently next time? You're going to hear all about it in this long-awaited finale.
Long, so as in it's going to be a long episode, like 144 minutes long?
I don't think I could do 144 minutes.
You sure?
Well, I'm pretty sure we probably have in the past at some point talked for 144 minutes. What do you think?
I mean, in total, yes. I don't think in one episode, no.
No.
But could we probably
with enough fuel.
Before we get into the big and before we set sail once again for the last time, maybe you'll find out our answer to
I
that.
know.
We did over the course. I don't want to kind of date this episode, right? But it is Toy Story 5 just opened up.
I know.
And we went and saw it with some friends.
Yes.
Opening weekend.
Yes.
Right. It went on.
And Rob definitely stayed awake the entire movie.
It's doing great numbers. It said whatever the number is, it's -1 if you fell asleep for half of the movie.
Mm-hmm,
so.
Exactly.
No, I didn't fall asleep that long.
Listen, I am loving the new Taylor Swift song for this movie. It is awesome. I hear it everywhere and it makes me happy.
The only reason I was there.
Even though I think it's kind of like supposed to be a sad song, but like I like it. What'd you think of the movie overall? Well,
being that I definitely saw Toy Stories 1 through 4, I did not. But obviously, I have a general idea of the characters and how the things happen. But I did need some. So what happened in 3? Like 4? What did they all do? Like
you got,
somebody got
definite storyline.
Andy got a splinter or something because of one of them. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It shows when Andy finally grew up and discovered girls or.
Oh man. No.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, it was. I thought it was a good. I think it was good. It was. I think it all starts with Jessie. I think Jessie's kind of like a.
Yes.
Kind of a hot or cold character.
Yeah, maybe.
I think some people like her, some people don't. So, but right, she's kind of like the lead of it.
Well, of this one,
yes,
yeah.
So it's a little bit different, and and then than Buzz and Woody, and the story just it had to change over the course of time.
Yeah, and so I mean. Somebody who's seen mostly all of them, I might have missed one in there. It is wild to me how long these movies have been going on. Yeah. And now they really hit something in this movie that I think hits a nerves with a lot of parents out there. Not in a bad way, but just an emotional nerve because the movie's all about technology and tech
screen time
taking over kids. Being kids. And that's, kids are different now than they were 20 years ago because of all this tech. Everything's a little bit more advanced. They're a little bit speedier to get to those higher ages. And
but are they though? It seems like if we're going to talk, this is going to turn into the child psychology hour. It seems like children, they're staying children longer.
You think so?
I think so, yes. I think our generation, my generation,
grew up faster because they had to have
I
some
think
more
when
adult
I was 11,
responsibilities.
I don't even more. We had more. We were out in the world more. I think we just had more experiences.
Yeah,
I
but
think, but it's
the interaction, like the actual human interaction with each other, is very different.
well, because they're not. Yes, it's less likely that they're interacting with actual humans or that they know who that, obviously we put in all types of safeguards so that our kids are only talking to people that they know or that we know and so on and so forth. But, there's all types of things you don't really know if you could get out there. There's a lot of places, Roblox and all these opportunities for, things to go in a bad way.
Yeah.
And that just brings up a whole, whether I don't want to get into all that right now, but yes, it is something that is definitely for a parent. It is absolutely something that we all need to be concerned about. And you're sitting here thinking about it, and as you see like this, innocent kid that just likes, having a wedding, with their toys,
with our toy fork,
with the toy fork, and yeah.
Yeah. So we want to make sure that kids get the kid interaction along with staying with their technology.
Yeah.
So,
but
anyways,
the movie itself, yes,
the music was good. The movie was good. Good to see the characters back. It was a good time. I enjoyed it.
Okay, there it is. There it is. I think the box office speaks for itself, and it's also interesting. It's the director of it is a gentleman by the name of Andrew Stanton. He was also the director of Finding Nemo. He went on. He wrote on, I think, Toy Story, the original one. I don't think he directed it. I can't remember exactly, but he also directed John Carter, which was the biggest bomb of the last 30 years for Disney, and kind of got blackballed. But he came back. He's like, you know what? They'll bring him back for Toy Story 5.
There you go.
So anyway, so yeah, it's good. Like I said, the box office, it's doing well. It'll go down, and people have opinions. We have opinions. Go see it. Go ride Slinky Dog Dash. You'll be all right.
I love it.
Shoot some people. So getting back into, now we're back on the high seas. We definitely remember it.
Disney Destiny.
Remember when we started this and we thought it was going to be one episode, and here we are months later,
still summing
right?
it up.
It was back in August, and it's like a month and a half. It was 2.5 months ago that we were
back in April. You mean?
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, I said August. Anything with an A. That's what I was talking about. Any month with an A. So, Abbie.
Rob.
What is, now we kind of, in our past episodes, we went over, everything, entertainment, dining, kind of, we went through all that stuff. We went over Embarkation Day. It was like a whole episode. The ports, we went through the minutia of it. So we're kind of now just kind of summing up our feelings and thoughts and all that stuff. So what was like your favorite, I don't know.
Ooh, okay, you're going to make me think really hard off the bat, huh?
We did briefly talk about this before we started this, so I can't say this is like I'm surprising you. But yes, I'm going to make you think, what was like your favorite part? Or some of your favorite things, right? I don't say pick one, but maybe just some stuff that you liked.
Okay.
About cruising Disney cruise specifically.
Well, listen, I loved our room. I loved how it was set up. We each got, obviously we share a bed, but like the kids got their own beds, and I felt like there was enough space. I didn't, even though you're like on a cruise ship and you're like kind of fumbling out of a door, because again, the bathrooms are like a step up, which is not that much, but like when you're in the middle of the night,
True.
You're kind of like, ooh, and there, I'm so glad the wall is so close because I just fell into it. But I didn't feel like there was lack of space ever. And sometimes I feel that even in our regular Disney hotel rooms. And I loved our balcony. I loved it. And I'm sure nobody here is surprised because I love balconies in general. But I loved going out there and seeing the stars and the ocean below and just kind of wondering what was out there. And here we are on this ship that's full of imagination and full of adventure. And you get it all right there on your balcony. How much more can you get when you go inside? And then you still do. You get more and more and more. And it's all just such a huge adventure. And it's so cool. So I loved our stateroom. Now, I also equally really, really loved Castaway Cay.
Okay.
Again, it was just something that we have never done before. Gone to a Bohemian beach and enjoyed like beautiful sands and water you could see through, and the kids were delighted playing in this water that, by the way, was freezing when we first got there because it was a cloudy day. And they got in anyways, and pulling up those beach chairs and like sitting there like we were a king and a queen, just like enjoying our beach, was so cool. It was out of this world, and I guess it's something I've never like imagined for us, not just because we do different vacations, and to have something totally new and totally different. Now, there are 10,000 other things I loved, but I want to hear about some of the things that you loved.
Keep going. We want to hear about all 10,000.
No.
We haven't.
Definitely not.
We have about 134 minutes to go, so you got your time.
Well, I can probably say one or two more things. One being like, I loved that our wait staff individual, Nella, was so attentive to the kids, and it wasn't like forced attention. She cared that, you know, if one of us disappeared from the table, she was involved into, well, what's going on? Are you okay? Can I get you green apples? She was involved, and she was adorable. Like with her little, at the end of dinner, she would give us like brain teasers, and the kids looked forward to the brain teasers, which is something that's like so simple. You're like, oh, it's just somebody telling a joke, but we look forward to it. And like if one of us wasn't there for the brain teaser, another one would tell us what it is and like try to be as cool as Nella was. And so that was awesome. Now, you know, like I really appreciated that she knew the kids' names right away and knew their ages and made suggestions and really picked up on what our vibe was.
Yeah. And I like, Bailey made a big point that she wanted to order off of the adult menu. So she would take her time and read it.
Yes.
And go through and like had things. And so she made sure that she wanted to even order, put her order in, which she will usually say, "Can you order for me?"
Yeah.
But she wanted to do it, and so she was Bailey was comfortable enough with her doing that, but she was also enough to make sure she understood everything that she was getting and asking her if she needed something different or anything. Yeah. So yes, it was very good.
I think, we saw like leaps and bounds of maturity in both the kids on this cruise with the different opportunities that they were given, like ordering off the adult menu and giving that order, or being able to release themselves from a kids' day program and explore the ship on their own. So we like
the effect that it had on the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, your turn.
I didn't like anything about it. Next, I really liked I liked, and again, most of the time our trips, we do an annual we go to Disney World trip, and I do enjoy those because we go back every year, and we obsess over them and talk about them and think about them and plan them all out. But I did like the fact, and they do make a big point of this, pointing it out to you, is that like, you basically, once you got on this ship, like you really didn't have to do anything. Right? Yeah. To an extent. I mean, there's always something, right? Parents, you're always on something, right? You always got to do something, but it was like the cooking and the cleaning and all this stuff, like the our stateroom attendant, I had his name. I can't think of it at the moment.
Was it Mario?
Mario. Yes. I mean, he was very it was yes. Despite our initial just some awkward we're definitely not going to talk about introduction, but it happened and it kept and it was just very good. I mean, cleaning up your room in the morning and at night, and then setting everything up for you and coming back and
and always greeting you with a smile and like a question about you. How are you? Like, what's going on with you? Did you have a good day? You know, what did you do?
And so I did like that aspect of it. Now there were times, of course, we had to go do laundry. It was just, of course, it was like a back to reality type of thing.
But it was easy enough, right? You get a text right to your phone when your washing machine is gone off. That's
it
awesome.
was a little bit, yes. Sometimes it was a little bit of pain. There was the last day. There was there were no machines available, but that's just the last day, and so whatever. I really enjoyed the deck 11.
Yeah,
the top of the ship. That was the outside. You're seeing all sky above you. It was just everything involving that. I enjoyed tremendously. Even obviously the food, the Festival of Foods.
Yeah, that was your jam for sure.
That was definitely between that. It was just like, here's all the stuff you need, right? It's like the kids are happy. There's movies on this big giant screen. There's the blue skies above you, or the dark blue sky, the night sky above you, and you can get any drink you want right now, and it's just like all of this. That right there was just felt like, to me, like that was like luxuriating.
Yeah.
As well as the balcony, right?
My gosh.
I mean, obviously, again, the views. I mean, other than being able to look at you every morning when I wake up, the most second most beautiful thing, those views.
Yeah.
Only to you. Yep, she's blushing. Yep. Anyway, so yeah, I really liked that aspect of it. I liked, that it felt a little bit more like there were times when we were able to relax. And I think that was like a big part of it.
Yeah.
And it's strange, and it's, because we're park people traditionally.
Sure.
And so we do vacation and we do enjoy our vacations.
Love them.
But they're at like a different pace.
Yeah.
So this one was very good. I really loved the bars, like the lounges, I guess is what, they call them. I really got a kick out of them. I wish we were able to spend more time in them, just.
Yeah.
Yes. But I really like those aspects of it. I know everyone talks about like the Star Wars lounge on the, I think it's on the Wish. You say it's really not good, but I still just want to go in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Haunted Mansion Parlor was amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
that was just fantastic. And I'm so glad the kids got to come.
Yes, and they did. So that's an important part. So if you're listening to this and you're worried, or the kids can't come in, they have non-alcoholic drinks, and they'll be entertained for, at least a half an hour or something while you're in there, and it's enough to keep them all happy. I think that was like kind of my favorite part was just the entertainment. It was just like kind of you felt like you were on vacation.
Yeah, it was. I loved the entertainment every night, in that it was like mapped out for you. One of the things that I didn't love. Can I dive into that?
Sure, let's get into it.
The fact that everything was mapped out for you, like in the evenings. But as far as during the day, it was really up to you to find your activity on the app. And I did not master the app. I didn't master it. And it's not, I think I just as a mom, you've got real problems right in front of you that you're constantly fixing, like the sunblock and the bags and the, making sure your kids are good. So for me to master the app this first time around, it wasn't what it was, and it wasn't going to happen. And there are certain things that I missed that if I had, and you said you told me about them, and I'm positive that you did, but I didn't actually hear and process them. Like going to the, what was it, Star Wars meet and greets. I would have, and the kids would have loved to do that. And for some reason, I just didn't process when it was happening. Okay. So, and it's also because I didn't master the app, right? I didn't have enough time to really sit down and look and think about it because I was too busy looking at the stars in the sky, Well, so it was a bit of a trade-off. And I do feel like I really relied on you to tell me, like, at 9:35 is when the fireworks are, or whatever is happening, because I wasn't with it. And it's taken me years to, get through the Disney apps and understand the updates and stuff. And it's because like I'm in there a lot more. I'm not in these cruise apps very often. So I didn't like, and it's not that it's not user friendly. I would say that it is, but on many cruise ships, they do have, and they did in some places kind of have a digital list of all the things that are happening, but there's so many things happening that a digital list probably on a ship wasn't possible, but there are some around. I just not like outside of my door where I needed it to be.
Interesting. Okay.
So that was like one thing.
All right.
The other thing that I guess it would have, this is more of like, what would I change for next time? So that's not a dislike. So I'll talk about that later. What's one thing you disliked? Tell me one.
What's one thing I disliked? I didn't like, I wish I felt like the Oceaneers Club, I felt like it was more organized.
Yeah.
It felt, and that was part of it. Like, obviously I didn't want the girls to be gone, like, not with us, right? I wanted them to be with us, but I wanted them to be able to like take a break and go with kids and stuff like that. And I think for, if you have a child that is kind of in need of structure, she, I think she was going to need like a little bit more organized.
Yeah.
Than opposed to like, so it was like we were trying to drop her off at things that were like, we're going to make a cupcake or.
Yeah, that was so disappointing.
And it just didn't work out, and it didn't time. And it's not that she doesn't have a hard time like meeting people necessarily, but I think if it just had a little bit more structure.
Yeah.
I think but I think other kids are able to, they're like, I got more freedom. Like, this isn't school. I don't want a teacher telling me to sit down and I could go to the bathroom whenever I want without raising my hand. It's just like things like that. So
we have two totally opposite kids. One really loves and thrives that freedom, and the other just, likes the structure, which is fine.
That's just the difference of kids. So I would wish it was a little bit more structured, but I mean, I've heard, kids say that they had a great time at the Oceaneers Club, but I guess it's just not.
Listen, I just read some dirt today about the Disney Destiny, specifically like the Oceaneer Clubs, that kids were fighting in there today. And now there's like lots of beef on the ship. And I'm like, what? This happens?
Anyways, 9-year-olds?
All of this is not
3 to 9-year-olds who are fighting.
It's just like Facebook gossip.
Like
but
babies with like switchblades in their diapers. Like,
boss baby. Anyways,
it could happen.
There was no fighting on our ship, and I cannot confirm that actually really happened either. But But like when your kid has an allergy, it would have been nice that they told us upon the cupcake check-in that our kid was not getting a cupcake, because then
like
we
like
wouldn't
red
have
flagged or
sent
something,
her.
or we would
That
have
would have been
signed. We
nice.
would have signed the waiver saying that she could
That
have
it was
had
okay. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
she could have had it.
Or if they like could have just like sent us a message.
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
seems like they're all about saying like they communicate,
Mm.
but we didn't hear anything. So yeah.
You know, and it's kind of and I guess another thing, a lot of people like that this aspect of it, but it was that when you're around all these people and you just kind of need that moment. I wish like the internet was just, even if it wasn't necessarily free. I mean, would have liked that it was included, right, with your paying for this trip, that it was just kind of there, right? So you could just kind of like zone out for a little bit.
Well, you know what? That's actually one of the things I really liked.
Okay.
That like, so Rob and I got an internet package, but it's like only one person could be on it at a time.
You could pay for more.
Yeah, but we're cheap. So this is how we go. So like only one of us could, I just like bumped into the microphone. So sorry. Only one of us could log on and be on. And then if the other one wanted to get on, we had to kick the first one off. And it actually really,
one of us was a hog and always was on it.
No, not on purpose. And it really helped me like check in with myself and be like, what is it that I'm doing like right now on the internet? Like, why do I need this?
Yeah.
And and it really helped me kind of be present. And so I am an advocate for that. Yeah.
I wanted more internet.
I know you like that internet, but that's why you're the guy who knows everything, and I'm not.
That's not true at all.
I don't know anything.
So yeah, things I didn't like was Cozumel.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you like Cozumel?
So I just didn't like. I think taking me off the ship and to go through. Just like now it obviously I'm always gonna be in dad mode when I'm on vacation with the kids, but this was now I felt like I needed to protect them, right?
Yeah.
And not that, again, there's just people that were trying to make, they're trying to make money, right? But it was just like, I don't know. Now it just like turns a button on, and now I'm no longer. It kind of like took me out of vacation mode.
Yes. Yeah.
And now I'm just worried about, all the other things that could go on in the world. It came back in. And not to say that you're completely safe when you're on a Disney ship, but it kind of in a way had that feeling.
Yep. Yeah.
And then like we came out of it and it was so much different when we were on Castaway Cay. You still had that feeling. I still felt like I was on vacation, but it was like once we got into Cozumel, and even if we took a poor experience, there still would have been getting off and getting through and, be seeing, it was like the security guards with like submachine guns, you know what I mean? Like the agents and the government agents that were there. And it's just like, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand why it's still, I don't know. I just feel like there could be something better. Right. Another Western Caribbean port.
Yes. That was definitely a different experience, but that also kind of like segues right into like what I would do differently. I know that we really enjoyed our day like on the ship while there wasn't a lot going on, but I think, it was an opportunity that we might have wasted a little bit of giving, the kids a cultural experience. Now, I know that you guys aren't like super nerds like I am, and I sign up for the tours about everything because that's what I like. But I think that it would have been cool to take a quick trolley tour or like a little excursion to just have a different memory of Cozumel, right? Because the kids' memory of Cozumel is like, yay, we bought a t-shirt and it was awkward. And then we got back on the ship, and they didn't enjoy it either. And I don't know if it's because, we gave off the impression that we were kind of like, oh, this is trashy and we should not be here, or we could have done better. But yeah, so I think I would have changed and found an excursion that worked for us, even if it was a short one.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the things you disliked.
Yeah, I think I mean now that we can say that on Castaway Cay, I really didn't like the food on Castaway Cay and cookies barbecue, so I was definitely disappointed about that.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a big bummer for me. But then there's other people that have gone to Castaway Cay, our friends at Random Recess, they loved it. They went there and they said it was good. They enjoyed themselves, and that's, what? Who knows? Maybe we just had a wrong tray of food, and it just wasn't good at that time.
Well, none of it looked very appealing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of like I don't know.
Again, it was like, just if I didn't know that it was going to take me 30 minutes to get back on the ship and go up to deck 11, I just would have went up there with the food. I preferred the food up on the Festival of Foods as opposed to cookies. But there was that. So, I mean, I think between those, I think those were the things that I did not care for.
Really didn't like the food we got for room service.
Okay.
I thought it was terrible. I thought it was worse than the food we got on Castaway Cay.
Interesting. See, I had wings. I thought the wings were good.
Oh, okay. Did I just have
I think you had a burger.
A burger, yeah.
Which I think I also had too.
It wasn't.
Man, I ate so much food when I was there.
And I can understand. I think a lot of people were doing probably room service that night because of, it was like the last night.
It was the last night. It was the day of Castaway Cay.
And it was the double of the restaurant you had already gone to.
Yes.
So, yeah, I get it.
But depending upon, you may have, there's all different types of accommodations.
I think I would have, maybe experimented with room service more, like cookies and ice cream.
There wasn't like a there wasn't.
But we weren't.
There was a ton of options on it.
Yeah.
It was really pretty limiting.
Yeah, even the breakfast was very small.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's meant to be. Mm-hmm. Right? They don't want to just give you a plate of Mickey churro waffles in the morning, but I don't know. It could have been. Anyway, so let's talk about things that we could have done. What would we do differently? Mm-hmm.
I thought the length of the cruise was good, but I would probably want to do a longer one.
Oh, okay.
Because what we did originally, this spring break vacation was something completely different. And then the opportunity to go on this cruise came and we changed our whole plan.
Yes.
And so we had somewhere we were going after the cruise. And I think that kind of messed with my vacation. I think that I would like to just stay in that Disney bubble always, if I'm going to Disney, rather than add extra things in. Although I really enjoyed all the things that we did after, I think it was totally different and separate and crazy and a lot probably right after a cruise.
And so they do offer up to 7-night cruises, right? So we were on a 5-night cruise, so we would have liked the additional 2 nights.
Yeah, I feel like having that time and space, maybe I would have finally gotten the knack of things and understanding what's going on and being able to make some calls of what we were doing. I also disliked.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back to the dislike. Oh, sorry, guys.
She's all over the place.
Oh, yeah, I am. Okay. As it comes. I mean, we never got to go to DeVille's.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's because they never made it a kid-friendly time. And it's kind of dude, they were doing all these private things, which really means paid for, wine tastings or whatever.
Yes.
So they're trying to make more money, right? And
then when it wasn't the paid ones, it was just that
adults.
Cruella was coming, and that it was all adults, and it was like a line, like people lining up in the hallway to get in because they knew it was the session with Cruella.
So like it felt a little cruel, right? We're on this like family.
Cruella? It felt a little Cruella.
We're on this family vacation. We don't necessarily want to be apart from our kids all this time.
Yeah.
And then we missed out on the opportunity to go. And so that's kind of a bummer. Okay, the cat is trying to murder me.
Yeah.
Ow.
The cat has claws. This kitty roars. Okay. Yeah, no, we never got into Corellas. Yeah.
Like, what a bummer.
Definitely a bummer. I would have, this is just like I'm nitpicking the, it's not the Beacon Barrel. Wait, no, what's the name of it? The Pirates.
Isn't it Corkin
Barrel? Well, that's kind of, I didn't even realize that. It just hit me now. Corkin Barrel, Beacon Barrel. I think that was the name of it. It could be wrong. Let us know. We're probably wrong. But yeah, it was kind of weird that other bar was like a Pirates of the Caribbean themed sports bar.
Yeah.
It's like just
weird.
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Like either it's like Goofy Sports Bar, where all right, now there's like Goofy in there with a helmet on, the football helmet on, or it's a Pirates of the Caribbean bar. It just feels strange. But I would have liked to still have spend more time in there.
It would have been better if we had done the ship tour earlier, right? Like, because then we would have been able to see all these things and navigate. Like, okay, we went in here. This is really cool,
I went in there the first day, but I'm not going to get into that.
Rude.
Yeah, there was. So going back to my thing, like the thing I would have done differently, and this is kind of I was like, it was different for like me too, because I had a goal and a purpose the entire time, and eventually I didn't. Just to update, I did start thinking about editing the blog, so that's something. I started watching. I started like
we're on our own pace here.
Started planning it. So but because I was like recording, I was trying to record all this stuff, and then I was trying to think about, well, I need to take pictures of this, and this, and this, and while still, making sure I was present, and my roles and the apps and things like that, and honestly, we could have just left everything to Heidi, who could have just, but foolish pride. So right there, it was kind of, I think it was a lot. I think it was somewhat overwhelming for me to try to do that on our first cruise. So it was something that was a brand new vacation for us. And despite the fact that it was, I like took a deep dive, and I went and watched as much as I could and researched as much as I could and knew about all this stuff going into it. I think it was still very overwhelming.
Yeah.
To kind of try to take all that in and try to do this and try to be present with my family. And like be able to understand the ship and how it started working, which I think it took a couple of days to kind of figure that out.
Yep.
I wish I would have done differently, or we would have done differently, is like that we didn't, or at least I felt the need to like try to do everything.
Yeah.
And I think instead of trying to do everything and see every show and, we have to see this, and I want to see that, and I want to get the Star Wars pictures, and I wish it just would have taken more time to do, like, we like doing this. It's okay for us to just do that, if that's our thing. I really enjoyed, like I said, being up on deck 11, like that. It was that time when the kids were swimming, and like me and you, I think we had gotten drinks. I think when we were just sitting there watching Inside Out 2, like that was fun.
Yeah.
Like that was a memorable time for me.
Yeah. I get that.
So I wish that we just did more of that. as opposed to that we always need to be in line, or we need to see this show, or we need to, because that's kind of like what we do it. And when we're in the parks, because we always feel like we need to go do the next thing. And so that I wanted to be able to take more time and just sit there and enjoy that, just like we did with the beach chairs at Castaway Cay.
Yeah.
And take
it
that
was nice unstructured time. That was really nice.
And to just be able to just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
And do that and know that, because everything else was being taken care of by, the cast members.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny because we did a lot, and we were really going at it. But then there were like things that we didn't do, like even like going to the movie theater. I mean, like, yes, we saw it or going to the Cork and Barrel. Like that's like our vibe. And not sports bars, but just like in general, like testing things out and we didn't get the opportunity to do it. So it's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So I probably would have taken a different approach for sure. I'm definitely like not a redo, but like a different ship. Now the heroes and villains wasn't like my thing. Like I'm more of like a princess ship person. So although I was really excited for you and for Heidi because you guys love heroes and villains, or she loves villains. I was kind of like, there were some things that I felt like really like left in the dark about, like the Marvel restaurant. I had no fucking idea, excuse my language, what was going on. Like I was just...
Sorry, we just went TVMA?
I did. I'm so sorry. I tried to say friggin' and then it came out the right way. So
the right way. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So yeah, yes, the Marvel of it. Yes, absolutely. I would have preferred over I would have preferred like on the Treasure. I think we would have enjoyed Coco more than anything.
Oh, we would have loved Coco. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, Coco, maybe Animator's Palette that they have on, like, yes, I think that was, I don't know.
But we still had it was like phenomenal. Everything was breathtaking. Absolutely. Very cool. But,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it's like just, I agree.
Yeah.
So that was, yes, I would have changed. I would have rather have gone on just a double Bahama port.
Correct.
Cruise.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm aiming for in the future. Although.
I know she wants to go to Alaska. I know.
No, I mean, I would love to do the Greece, Italy, like a little Lake European one. You know what I'm saying. There's something about it. Like, okay, let's explore. Here we are. We're in this new era of cruising for us. Let's cruise, baby. The look I am getting right now is such a look that a husband gives a wife when he's like, "What do you think I made of money? What is going on?"
No, it's just, yes. I understand. I think the kids need to be a little older, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's what we always said, but yes, I think we'll get there one day. I'm just happy going to the Bahamas too. Just sail me around the little islands.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm happy. She's like, yep, I picked the wrong one.
Never, ever. Do I ever think that.
All right. So now if you were like, I mean, obviously this is something that will come up and does come up. Now with our experience, what is like the advice you would give to a family going on to their first cruise?
Yes. Well, I think, there's so much that comes to mind, right?
Okay.
Like you want to talk about like, hey, like seasickness,
Yeah. I think we were pretty well prepared.
We were really prepared. And I think that's what can make or break a cruise. You know, we watched, like as Rob said, he watched so many YouTubes and everything of the cruises before. And we saw tons of families get sick and miss dinners and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that was one of the things we wanted to address right off the bat. We weren't sure how that would turn out, and we were prepared, and it turned out fine. I would tell them, you know, I guess enjoy. I mean, like, I don't know. It depends upon the people, right? Like if they have young kids, you know, let's get that princess royal gathering together. Let's take those opportunities to see the characters, right? Like do the character shows that are in the atrium, because they come out and they're interactive with you. It's so different to have character experiences on the ship, because you know that you're on this island, right? Like on this boat, it's you and the character, and
it's truly like a Disney bubble. Like you really are in it. It's even smaller. It's a smaller bubble, so like you're in it, and you have all these men. That would be part of what I would give advice to somebody going over a first time, is to just like not try to, like, just tell them there's so much to do. You're not going to do everything. So just go through and pick the things that, you know, see what you think you like and try as much as you can, but don't try to do everything.
Yeah.
You know your family, you know yourself. Try to pick things that you think, you know, that you think, oh, you know, we would enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it was, would we have liked to have done more trivia or different trivia? I don't know. You know, it was like kind of, it got into a thing, and then it was a little, you know, some of us are competitive, some of us aren't. And, you know, I think there was more. I really liked the pirate comedy show. I thought that was fun. I would
have loved to seen more of that.
Yeah. But even though it was like this long cruise, like it's a long cruise.
Yeah.
Like it still just felt like we didn't have enough. Oh
what
boy,
just happened?
This cat.
Did she try to jump on top of the suitcase?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Abbie just purchased a larger suitcase for me because she's tired of having to lug around everyone's extra stuff.
I have the biggest suitcase, and everybody has to put all their stuff in my bag.
Like I end up pushing around, but it's okay.
But okay, but this is the true story: is you push mine. Yeah. Bailey pushes yours, and I push Bailey's, which is the second largest suitcase, and also not the best suitcase.
A lot of times Bailey just doesn't want to push any of them, so you or I end up taking two suitcases. Yeah. So yes.
So
your problem was really with Bailey, not with me.
You need to be more in charge.
She should have a smaller suitcase.
She probably needs a more updated suitcase.
Anyway, so pick your suitcases. That's my Yep. So that's my advice for families is to just to be in it, not try to do everything, just do the things that you think your family's going to enjoy and be okay with that.
I agree. You got to really, but again, then it brings you back to like over organizing and over.
And maybe like the thing is that you don't have to do maybe you like try not to organize, right? Or you don't have to be organized. You just try to make some of the things and leave time for the in-between.
Yeah.
Leave big times for the in-between. I think there was like where I was rewatching some of the footage that I took, and like it was like the first day we walked onto the ship and like we're watching it, and there was just like, again, it was like 1:00 on the first day. We all just got in there. There was just like a guy just like sitting out on the deck, like had his shirt off. He was like tanning. Yeah, he was just like enjoying it. And I was like, this guy knows what he's right. Like, this is what I like doing.
Right.
I'm going to be here and doing this. I'm not.
Right. Like, I feel like we were like deer in headlights on that first day and didn't take full advantage of like, and now our vacation begins. Mm-hmm. I think we were like, wait, do we unpack or do we like decorate the door or do we go eat food or do we, like there was just so much going on.
It's definitely on your first day. Be prepared for embarkation day to just be kind of crazy for you, and it's going to be very fast paced, and you're going to feel a little bit of a whirlwind, and just try to you'll get through it, and then you'll kind of get your bearings for I think the next day after you get through dinner. Go to you'll enjoy as much as you can, but the second day is when you're going to start feeling like you're a little bit you're there.
Yeah,
right? You got to let yourself catch up.
Yeah, I agree.
So now kind of the bigger question, and this is so everyone asks this, and this is you could go on YouTube and the Disney Cruise Line, is it worth it? Right? That's the sort of thing. Yeah. So we wanted to talk, is it worth it, right? Is it the price of what this cruise would be? So a regular I'm looking at the similar itinerary, a 5-night, what they call a Western Caribbean cruise. So it's actually going to Cozumel on the Destiny. And let me find one. The August. Yeah, so they have some deals right now because it's actually $629 because of the 626. And there's some really good deals, but by the time you hear this, they're going to be over. So I'm just trying to find one. Like you go from August 1st to August 6th, regular price so this is for a veranda room for 4 people is $7,620. Right. As you go later in the year, like you could go in November, it's $5,775. But you start to deal with different things. Now, if you go in August, it's hurricane season, so you have to deal with hurricanes.
Right.
The weather's going to be better though. It's August, it's a warm November. Now it's starting to get cooler. So you might not be your beach time. You might not be in, you might be wearing a sweatshirt or something like that. So, that's kind of like something that you have to weigh. Let me see if they have one for April of next year. Yeah, so like April of next year, April 10th through the 15th, which is I think were the dates that we took ours. Or maybe it was the 11th through is $6,905 for a veranda room.
Yeah.
Inside room, $6,105. We would definitely say at the very least, find a budget for the veranda room.
Yeah.
But that's expensive. So is it worth it? Now, a regular, we kind of say like a regular Disney vacation, right? For like a 4 or 5 night Disney vacation, generally around, there's so many different options.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements. Like, are you having the dining package?
But you'd say that's about what it would be.
I would say that, yeah. And you're thinking like with the dining package and stuff, like it doesn't include breakfast, so that's something that's coming out of your pocket. Yeah. What are your? I want you to go first on this.
So is
it worth it?
So is it worth it? I think it is. If you're people like us and you've been to the parks.
Yep.
And like that's within your budget. I think it's a good opportunity to still have that Disney feeling, and be able to kind of slow down a little bit.
So, yeah, I mean, the thing I get tripped up on a little bit is that even though, like, it was very Disney oriented and it was Disney all around 100%, it was not a Disney trip for me. It didn't. I still was jonesing to go to Disney World after this. So now it's a whole different element of a vacation for me. It's like not... I wouldn't associate it as like being a replacement for going to Disney World. So, and then that brings up my contradicting thought of like, okay, if you go on this, you do like the little 3-dayer out of Port Canaveral and then you go to Disney World, right? But again, that's not, that's me adding more things into a vacation, which is what I'm trying to not do. I need to do less. I need to focus on one thing at a time. So is it worth it? Yes. Comparable to a Disney World vacation, absolutely. You're getting more food than you could ever ask for. The entertainment is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The sleeping accommodations in this room that we had were phenomenal.
Yeah.
The only complaint is the spaceship sounding toilet, which are in all the rooms.
Yes.
Right? Or I guess flight taking off. I have no idea how to describe it. And that's just the way plumbing works in these cruise ships.
When you have a spouse that gets up in the middle of the night and
it's very
has to make his trips. So
but that's not, I didn't even think of that until right now. So it's fine. I think it's worth it. It's worth it. I think you need to find the deals because there's always deals. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily, I get a little iffy about the 7,500 one. I'd be like, ooh, let's come back when there's like a 30% off or something, because when you're getting into that price range, I think, then I would be bitter about Cozumel and I would be, and again, these are excursions that are extra, right? Like you have to pay for them on top of, I'd be a little bit more bitter about certain things that like not going to DeVille's, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas in, kind of working in our budget, which you really should do for anything. Yeah. I don't think I walked away super.
Yeah. There's always
angry. I'm looking forward to next time.
Like we're saying with the deals, like with these 626 deals that they said are going to be over. Either August 1st through the 6th, you could get the veranda room for $5,541. I think that's a very good deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I agree.
Those are the things that are worth it. So we kind of agree, right? We think it's worth it.
Yes, there was everything there.
If Disney
for us.
Is in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking for something where, especially right now, I feel Disney World is kind of in a place where there's a lot of construction going on. And I think, and a lot of people are saying this, I think in 2028 probably, 29, like it'll start, the construction, these projects will be ready. I think it'll be a good time. I think right now, if you're taking a time where you're like, maybe I'm going to take a break from the parks, I don't really know what to do, which is part of the problems that we've always had. We were saying, do we want to go back to the parks? Of course we do, but what else can we do? Mm-hmm. And then we're always like, but we're going to be bored if we only have a beach vacation.
Yeah.
Like we're just worried that we're going to be bored, which I think is something that.
Well, I think we kind of discovered that we're not going to be bored. We had a wonderful time,
but we had one day. It was one day. If we had 6 days of just at the beach,
maybe, yeah.
Because then that's when we'd have all these museum tours lined up for us.
Yep, and then we'd learn about what the whalers did, and we'd learn about all the manatees.
But I can't. Where's the honey mustard that I can just get with my chicken fingers as I eat a burrito?
No.
So all those things. So I think it's a good time right now to try to if you are a Disney family and that's kind of what you do, try a Disney cruise.
Absolutely.
And obviously, we can help you walk you through all that stuff.
We promise we won't be as wordy. We always are 4 episodes later.
More precise with our words. All right, so we appreciate everyone for coming
thanks
here.
For hanging in here with us. And if you recently went on a Disney cruise, we'd love to hear about it and what you're good and bad and want to do different next time. We love comparing notes. But that's a wrap for today. The Disney Hour Express is leaving the station. Until next time, from our family to yours, thanks for riding along.